Some good news.
The great news. Canada repeals its blasphemy law. Canadian Senate has voted to repeal the country's blasphemous libel as part of a bill intended to remove outdated legislation dating back to 1892.
Hold on, let me bring this up on Facebook. I think my Bluetooth ran out of battery, and that's why the audio is sharing. Okay, can you start from the beginning?
Sure. Canadian let's see from the title. Let's see. Canada repeals its blasphemy law.
Yay.
Canadian Senate has voted to repeal the country's blasphemous libel as part of a bill intended to remove outdated legislation. Dating back to 1892, the crime of blasphemous libel was in principle punishable by a prison term up to 2 years under Section 296 of the Canadian Criminal Code. The law had historically been used to prosecute satire and criticism. Freethinking groups and humanists from across Canada ran a parliamentary petition calling for the repeal of Section 296, which gained 7,400 signatures. It was confirmed that the blasphemy law was being considered as part of a broader effort of justice reform. The government then included the repeal of Section 296 as in a bill to modernize the criminal code. The act consolidates and repeals many provisions now considered archaic or unconstitutional, which is known as Bill C-51. The bill reached the Senate in December of 2017 and passed third reading with amendments on October 30th, 2018.
Questions?
The House of Commons considered and rejected them until the Senate agreed it did not insist on its amendments. It now awaits royal assent by Governor General Julie Payette, at which point Canada's blasphemy law will be officially repealed.
This summary was a bit too long. But how was this even used? When was the last time this law used?
Well, first, I want to update and clarify that on December 13th, the Government General formally granted royal assent, so the repeal is official as of December 13th. So, congratulations, Canada.
So, two questions: amazing. Was this law used at all? When was the last time it was used? And actually, three questions: why did it take so long for them to remove this law?
The last prosecution of blasphemous libel was in 1935 in R versus Rayhard in Quebec, and in that case there was an argument that the prosecutor E.J. Murphy had proffered in the case of R versus Sperry. So it basically he was guilty of blasphemous libel against the Roman Catholic Church. Said that, yeah, and so that was the last instance of it. But why did it take this long?
I mean, this is Canada, for fuck's sakes. What the hell? We have why would Canada? Why would such a secular country have a blasphemy law? This is insane.
It carried over from Britain. The blasphemous libel law originated in Britain, and it extended to the United States, to New Zealand, to Canada, to Ireland. All over the world, and it just it took Canada until now to change it. And the United States has its own archaic laws. In 6 states, I believe, it's illegal for an atheist to run for office, which is unconstitutional. But there are some unconstitutional laws that are still in practice, and stupid laws like you can't walk backwards eating ice cream in Massachusetts or some shit like that.
The fuck. Okay, but so did you answer why it took so long? Like, why wouldn't?
There's really no reason, but there is a large effort in Canada to repeal these unconstitutional and archaic laws that have existed for a long time that just don't mesh with modern society anymore. And honestly, it's because if anybody who understands the legislature process, it literally takes an act of Congress to remove a law or to amend a law. And so I'm just glad that they're running at this full force and just blanketing the entire legislature and taking out all these unconstitutional laws. And I'm very happy to please that it did pass royal assent as of the 13th.
Rod Dow is saying about goddamn time. So I think
about goddamn time.
Yeah.
Yep. Amen.
No, I think Rod is like trying to blaspheme while saying that. Keith is saying, I fucked it up because I explained the joke. Keith is saying about fucking time. The only thing blasphemy laws prove is that theists secretly know know us atheists are right, and that if they don't punish us for laughing at their ridiculous childish beliefs, no one will, because God's not real. Yeah, maybe not for everyone. John is saying Canada had a blasphemy law? Question mark. Yeah, I think this news is spreading, and a lot of people that are outside of Canada, well, I mean, even inside of Canada, the main thing about this news to them is like, wait, there was a blasphemy law in Canada?
But let me clarify. It's only blasphemous libel. It is not blasphemous slander. So libel is in print. Slander is what you speak. So the blasphemy law was only applied to literature, to things that you wrote. So anybody could have their own vocal opinion about religion. I just wanted to clarify. Right. I just wanted to clarify that it wasn't just blasphemy in general. It's just blasphemous libel.
Technically, Atheist Republic is a Canadian company, by the way. So technically,
yes, we are guilty of blasphemous libel.
Wait, so technically, until we've been doing this for like 13 years. So
technically you were like the freaking John Gotti of blasphemy.
So we were illegal all this time. This whole time we had an illegal.
Shame on you, Armin.
My book was
you should know better.
My book, Why There's No God, is published in Canada. So all this time we were basically breaking the law until just now.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
That is correct.
And Noha is saying Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah. So that's physically trying to blaspheme. Let me see. Uday is, that's a little bit after. Okay. They're saying I recall Tariq Fatah fighting for the replacement on social media. Oh, okay. Yes, Tariq Fatah, I think did that. Pakistani atheist is saying, why the fuck did it take so long to repeal this draconian law? It should have been repealed many years ago. I think part of why it took so long is because people knew that it stopped being enforced, but the reason why but it still should be removed, because even symbolically it's such a disgusting thing to have there. So the reason why there was a delay is people understood that this is not going to be enforced, so it would just, but the reason why it did get removed is because you shouldn't have blasphemy laws. Casey Atheist is saying, awesome show tonight. Oh, thank you, Casey.
Atheists around the world are choosing to give voice to their opinions and no longer hide their lack of religious beliefs. In some cases, this public declaration of atheism can lead to backlash from friends and family. In other areas, it can even be physically dangerous to admit to atheism. Atheist Republic wants to give atheists a louder voice. Let's show them that we're listening, no matter which language they speak. If we reach 500 patrons, we will be able to translate our shows into Arabic, Spanish, Persian, Portuguese, Malay, Bengali, Urdu, Hindi, and other languages. Help us get there at patreon.com/atheistrepublic.